So a lot of visitors come. We are
Yes.
here a week after the Olympic trials.
Yes.
So your city was highlighted on NBC for the entire week.
That's
And
what we do,
you
man.
looked beautiful,
That's
by the
what
way.
we do. We do. I was telling people on the tours, every time we have these big sporting events, I'll host these walking tours around the events that we have. And I say, we don't, I was telling these groups, we don't do all this because we love sports. We do all this because we love you. We just want you here in our city.
Yeah.
And we realize sports gets you here. Sports is a connector. We put sports back in downtown Indianapolis. Like we stole our NFL team from Baltimore. I'm sorry, but we needed them. I know, we needed them though. We needed sports. We took the Pacers, we put them downtown. We host the Pan Am Games. Everybody knows about the 500.
Yeah.
And the Indiana Sports Corps does a great job getting all these sporting events here in Indianapolis. And so we had the trials here for 9 days. We took 2 million gallons of water here locally from the White River, a river that historically we had neglected. We were starting to show attention to. We took water from there, cleaned it up, put it in those pools, and we welcomed the world. I had people from over 30 states on my tours, and it was from 4 or 5 different countries here for the U.S. Olympic swim trials. It was a fantastic showcase
And you
of
built
our
that
city.
pool where?
In Lucas Oil Stadium, side of Super Bowl 46,
Yeah.
okay? Also host of the U.S. Olympic swim trials. So we'll do anything to get you here.
It was a good story.
Yeah, it was
It
great.
was a really great story.
It was great. It was fantastic.
And as I said, your city looked great.
Yeah, I'm proud of Indianapolis for sure.
Yeah.
This is the Masonic Temple, okay? The largest of its kind in the country. The thing that kept it going was the theater. And so during the Great Depression, I'm sure you're well aware of walking through all these main streets, that theater started to take a turn down, right?
Sure.
But this theater was grand, and the symphony would be here, continue to host acts. Winston Churchill talked here. Eleanor Roosevelt spoke here as part of this monster meeting series. It was this thing that used to happen in the Indiana Avenue neighborhood. They sold it out. They needed a bigger theater. Eleanor Roosevelt was coming to speak to our city's black population, really to everybody, but that was the target audience, essentially. But she sold it out. They had to move that thing into the Marat. And so that theater has always been a big part of our history.
And still active.
Yeah, still active. Still shows there almost every single weekend. And so it's a big part of our city and right across from the Athenaeum where we are. So these kids get a good sense of our city's history, but also they can see the newness of it as well.
And it brings people from all over the area downtown.
Yeah, it brings people all over downtown.
Yeah.
I saw my first show on my own, Wiz Khalifa concert. In there, my mom had to drop me off, pick me up. I got a beanie. I remember I spent all the money I had on a concert beanie. I had like $60. I think how much it cost. Like 12, 15 years ago. So yeah, that was a big deal. So part of my history too.
So we've been here a few days.
Okay,
We're
sweet.
from Milwaukee, Wisconsin,
Awesome.
a city that's just a little smaller than this city. But we lack diagonal streets.
Okay.
Unlike you people have some diagonal. Can we talk about how that happened?
Okay, so this is great. This is all part of the plan. Alexander Ralston platted this thing out 1820. And we're a perfect mile square. We never envisioned Indianapolis being bigger than North, East, South, and West Street. Okay, that's our mile square. Lady Victory's in the middle. She's straight down there. Well, when you're going north of Lady Victory, Market Street, okay, when you're going north of Lady Victory, you're only going to hit states named after streets, or streets named after states north of Indiana. So you'll get Ohio, barely, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll get New York, Vermont, Michigan, and then North Street. And then that's the end of the mile square.
That's it.
Okay? Then you'll go south, you'll go Georgia, Louisiana, Maryland, South Street. All these streets are south of Market, they're south of Indiana. You'll do the same thing east and west. So you know that we're in the east quadrant because you got Delaware, Alabama, you'll get New Jersey, Pennsylvania's over there, East Street. Okay, west, same story.
It's so good.
But check out the diagonals. Northeast part of the country, you think about the Northeast, you think about New England, you think about them out there tossing tea into the harbor. Massachusetts, northeast part of the country, that's our northeast diagonal. And so that's why that's the diagonal, it takes you northeast. Then you got our northwest, that's the old Indiana Territory, the Northwest Territory. That's our northwest diagonal. That's where I'm at most of the time. You got southeast of here, Virginia, if you're in Fountain Square at all. That's southeast, so that's our southeast diagonal. Then southwest, Kentucky, southwest of here. And when we're platting this out, let me remind you, John, we don't have all these states to choose from. So we're making do with what we have in the 18th. We can't just go Utah, you know? So Kentucky, southwest.
People would have been confused.
Yeah, they wouldn't have known.
Is there a Wisconsin here?
There is, but it doesn't quite fit the grid how it's supposed to. No,
we'll let that go.
Yeah, we'll let it go. We'll let it go. We'll let it go.
Good.